Ladies and gentlemen, Miley Cyrus.
Once again, Luke Combs.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ariana.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Khaled.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you serious? This guy is the musical guest?
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
After all the bullying and harassment I got from my last video, I am going to respond to this. I got even smaller glasses, or did I get a bigger skull? You figure it out. Okay, for real though, my son's glasses aside, I've been working on a topic for quite a while now. It's been about a month.
Look, I got a big nose, so I can suck in a lot of stuff, no homo.
And I've been working on this video this entire time, and it's still not done yet. So I figured, with this topic having been on my mind for quite some time, let's just jump into it. Now, I'm not saying you do, but if you were to think about a late night show, I'm sure that the first three things that come to your mind are probably monologues, interviews, and musical guests. Now, just about every show that's considered generally to be a late night show follows the same basic cookie cutter format. A host that does a monologue, guests that come on and do or say things, and then you have the musical performance at the end. It's essentially industry standard to do it almost the exactly same way on all of these shows. It's standard, simple, clean, and quick. Mwah! Now, the musical performance, just like the rest of the show, is recorded live in front of the studio audience. So, given that you're going to have these people on stage performing, you want it to be something that's really going to be experienced for the audience. You don't want to just pick some random artist or whatever and just throw them up on stage and hope people enjoy it, right? I mean, you're not only trying to sell a show to your audience, but you're also trying to promote that person's music, so you want to make sure it's of equal value. Now, the musical act portion is performed live on stage in front of the studio audience, so you're expecting there to be some kind of experience, right? A small studio with a limited audience, getting kind of like an intimate concert, specifically from the person who is the guest. Doesn't matter if it's rock, pop, classical, or hip-hop, almost any musical artist can do this stuff on stage because that's how they make their money. They go on stage night in and night out and perform to much larger audiences. So they should be able to perform in front of a smaller audience. I mean, it's essentially like Dave Chappelle getting on stage at a bar instead of a theater. It's just a smaller, more intimate version of what he's used to. Now, that being said, what happens when your musical act, for some reason, doesn't do anything stage-worthy? Gentlemen, I think in one of our shows, we should do a medical segment. Let's get some pseudoscientists to talk about how herbs and chakras affect cancer. How about for a comedy guest, we get Amy Schumer? Actually, I was thinking for women's hygiene, we should also get Amy Schumer.
Vagina. What's it? My vagina.
Yeah, fellas, chill out. I got this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have DJ Khaled on as a musical guest, and he's going to shout his catchphrases like a pull string toy. That's it.
DJ Khaled!
So you may already know about this because it happened in early 2019, but DJ Khaled was featured on SNL as the musical guest. If you're wondering why, I'm still right there with you. I still don't quite understand it. I've even seen a couple YouTube videos thumbnails where he's featured prominently in the thumbnail as one of the worst performances on SNL ever. Just like every other episode of SNL that I've ever seen, DJ Khaled comes out 2 separate times to do a performance. And both times it's basically just him bringing out other rappers to sing in front of him. Just so we're clear before we move on, let's put that into my perspective. That's like putting Jay Weinberg as the musical guest and then just hoping he brings the rest of Slipknot with him. At first I thought, well, a lot of DJs make beats for people, so maybe he does the beats and that's why he's featured, because it's kind of like Santana where he makes the music and then they sing over it. Apparently that's not the case. I mean, to be fair, I'm not at all a musical expert, so I don't even know what places are kind of reputable or whatever, but I saw a lot of information saying that he's not actually producing the beats and he doesn't do a whole lot of producing on the songs anymore either, but he gets writing credits and producing credits because even if he just walks in and says another one on each track, he gets a writing credit, and production, he may even get a credit for just being in the studio. I believe he actually owns a production company. Now, I could be wrong, but if his production company is the one producing the track and he's there just in the studio, even if he's not really doing anything, he's just listening like, yeah, I like that, he might get a producer credit for that. But for sure, all he has to do to get a writing credit on one of these songs on his own albums is say, another one. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's the wrong guy. So I want to say it again just to be clear. I can't find a good way to judge how much work he does on the songs himself, besides his shoutouts. That being said, even if he actually does make the beats himself, when he goes on stage to perform, he doesn't DJ or anything. DJ Khaled goes on stage to not DJ as the musical guest. And this made me question even more why he was even on SNL as the musical guest. Not spinning tables on stage, just standing there going, DJ Khaled, another one, yo. Check, please. Like, I legitimately have to wonder, was this actually, like, supposed to be funny? Was this a joke? I'm starting to think maybe I should actually just have somebody else make all the commentary videos now, in that I just do shout-outs over the video.
She gives off this vibe that I don't completely understand, but I'm drawn to it. It's kind of like seeing a homeless man naked at a subway, bending over, exposing everybody to what lies between his cheeks. You're not looking because you like it, you're looking because you might not ever see anything like it again. And then he gets tased and arrested for indecent exposure.
Yeah, Doplex, another one! Now, I know when most people think of late night shows, they think of things like Fallon, Kimmel, Colbert, Corden, not you, Myers, Leno, Ferguson, or Conan, but SNL is another example of a late night show. SNL, for the most part, still fits that same cookie cutter, but with skits instead of interviews. And SNL has the budget and reputation to get pretty much anybody they want on the show. I'm pretty sure this video has already been copyright claimed and it hasn't even left my camera yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway. I'm gonna put a little mashup of just DJ Khaled's lines from one of the songs.
Trenches, weather the storm. Let's go, come on. Sister, Christmas, Grammy, listen, never forgive us, killers, morning, without.
That was his contribution. I can totally get the appeal. It seems that the whole point of getting DJ Khaled on was to have him be the musical guest, but then as a surprise, all these rappers show up to sing in front of him. But they weren't billed at all.
Make some noise for Lil Wayne, Big Sean, Jeremiah, Big Baby, Lil Baby, Sean, Melvin.
How about this? If I go to a Bill Burr concert, right, and I just heckle him, and then he roasts me and leaves it in his special, do I get credit? Do I get a writing credit in that special? Can I count that as a feature act? If I streak across the football field at the Super Bowl, do I get credit for the win at all? I mean, come on, there's absolutely no way that you see some cheeks flapping, it doesn't throw you off your game. At the very least, it's going to distract that quarterback. Still don't like that analogy, huh? All right, well, how about this? What if the kicker is out, it's special teams, they're about to go for a field goal, and I just lay down on my back, put my legs up, and yell field goal. Anyway, this was just hilarious to me because it seems like the guy that does the least work out of all of them is getting top billing, and then they just come and they sing in front of him while he hangs out in the background and goes, yeah! What I will say is that even if he did generate the beats, even if he did produce the track, I really don't think he wrote Lil Wayne's part. I really don't think he wrote all these other people's parts. These albums seem to be more like features for all of them, where they're able to feature their skills. As I understand it, this isn't voice acting. They actually write the verses themselves when they're being featured. But in that case, he's still not doing any of that performing. It's still the rapper coming on and doing the performing for him. So this being in 2019 means this was long after DJ Khaled's popularity with Snapchat and all these other social media platforms had kind of diminished a little bit. He might still be popular on his platforms, but he was really everywhere for a long time because of how he was using it. And that is gone now. So arguably, he is a lot less popular now because so many people just remember him as the another one guy. Anyway, this video is nothing serious, obviously, just something I thought would be fun to laugh at since it's taking me so long to get this other project done. The fact that he's basically just getting paid to say another one 4 times and then saying, let's go 3 times, it's just crazy to me. I would have honestly rather see Lil Jon just screaming through his smoker's lung, yeah, over and over again for 3 minutes.
If you did the cooking by the book.
Or maybe even T-Pain's mermaid line from I'm on a Boat on loop. Look, this is obviously nothing serious. I just thought this was kind of funny. Thought it'd be something interesting to talk about, especially since I've been working for over a month now on this stupid video that I'm taking forever to finish, and it won't be done for another week or 2, it looks like. Given the fact that there's so much serious stuff going on right now, and I actually have patrons now that are paying me to make content, I felt like I should at least put something out this month. And I hope it wasn't a letdown compared to my other content. And with all that being said, I have one final thing I want to say. SNL, when are you going to feature Audio Jungle Girl?
Audio Jungle.
As always, I got to give a big shout out to the patron saints, Bo Blacks, Pantsless Gamers, Alex, Lady Zubat, This Is Ewan, Van Puffin, Logan Campbell. Thank you so much, everybody, for all your support. It really does mean the world to me. And a big thank you to you, the viewer, for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.
Don't take it to the streets. Meek Mill.
He brings Meek Mill on.
Another one.
Yeah, this whole thing is just another. He's wearing. Is he wearing a vest or is he wearing holsters?
Oh, that's a gun strap.
But you know he's got nothing in it. So, like, that is the fakest. That is so fake. He's wearing the straps, but there's nothing in it.
The producer's like, you can go on stage, but we have to take your guns first.
But I can keep the straps though, so I at least look like I'm half there. All right, cool.
You know, you can keep the straps. That way, we don't have another one.